I tried to get up at 6 a.m. when the servers come up, but my body just said no. Ay, 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 ay. El Dorado, thanks for the sub yesterday. I didn't catch you on the feed, but yeah. Alright. What's up on my window capture? It ain't working today. Let me see. That's video capture. Where is window capture? There it is. I reckon I gotta do it. Uh, we'll just do patch notes first, then we'll check, see who's doing what. Let me get the webcam situated here. AngieCam, I think is what I'm using. AngieTube, it's a Chinese webcam, whatever. And yeah, I can get the window to fit in the box properly, so whatever. So this is 7.05. As the way the first patches work. 7.0 is the first patch of the expansion that basically just gives you the storyline and the first two extreme fights, or three, according to however they set it up. 0.01 adds in the first tier Savage in the regular mode, which is for those that don't know how the 8 minutes work, they're divided into 3 tiers. We're now in tier 1, and the 4 fights of that tier, we have that for 2 or 3 weeks. I think it's been 3 weeks. Yeah, 3 weeks. This is the 4th week. I have to look. No, it's third week. Third week. I might be mistaken. But at the 3rd week, they add the Savage tier, which is the highest gear score of this tier. The second will be the 24 man when it comes out, and I believe that'll be a 0.7 patch here in a couple more weeks. Just go through the patch notes. Playable content areas. The arrival coordinates for teleporting or returning to solution 9 have been adjusted, so that'll be the teleport in. The name of the client for the Toriolo leave shielding my students has been changed. Okay, so we must have had a boo-boo in the naming conventions. Treasure Hut maps, the 100 8-man map has been added. C-Note Jaja Graw has been added, so I will be very interested to see what the price of the that map has gotten off to. We have some more items from the furnishing design contest being added. They did that back in 19 and 22. So this looks like we got a I don't know the exact term that is in Japanese, but it's a bale, something like that. And then we have like a horseshoe gazebo looking very Omrang style. Of course, we got new furnishings added for crafting. I don't know if they added the... I reckon the Master Crafter 1 book got added? I don't know. Looks like a treasure pile, some benches, a tree stand, a couple of phantasm escapes in the background there, and then outside a big old potted plant that would make Justin Martin really happy. He could probably name that plant. Oh boy. Yep. Now we have attack power adjustments. Royal Authority got a boost. Looks like it went up 20. Holy Spirit went up 30. Atonement went up 30. Supplication went up 40 to 500. Sepulture went up 60. Confiteor went up 60. Combo just basically put it up to an even 1,000. Oh wow, Blade of Valor went to 1,000? Okay, Dark Knight. Everybody was talking Dark Knight needed help. Hard Slash went to from 260 to 300. Cypher Strike got another 20 added to it. Soul Eater got another 20. Shadow Stride got a little more crisper. Carbon Spit went up from 510 to 540 at Melee Mastery 2. And this Steam went to an even 1,000. Gunbreaker Trajectory, which is their, like Shadow Stride and Trajectory. That's the gap closers, the charge ends. Looks like he did a little graphic rework, make them a little crisper. Monk True Strike went up another 100 at Melee Mastery 2. Snap Punch went up another 100. Twin Stinks went up another 100. Give him a little more spice in that opening that regular combo. Dragoon Winged Glide. Yeah, they did a little more. Looks like a lot of the gap closers got a little graphic rework, make them a little bit crisper. Stardiver went up 100 with Melee Mastery. Star Cross, which is their new big one. I think that's their new level 100. Went up 200. Literally, a level 100 should be hitting 900 to 1,000. I mean, that's just the way it should be. Ninja Gus Slash went up 20. The Raiju's went up 60. Zesho Meppo went from 550 to 700 on the regular. And then the combo went from 700 to 850. And Tenri Gendo went from 1,000 to 1,100, so a little more there. Oi, Samurai. I've been hearing they needed a dunk. I don't know. A lot of people want to like this now. They did a. Oh boy, they're gonna be some Samurai mains not happy. In the starter combo, Jinpu went down 20. Shifu went down 20. Gecko went down, looks like 20. Both normal in on the combo. Yeah, Kasha went down 20. Looks like they had to do a little page edit there. So we may have done an oopsie in the write-up. Yukikaze went down 20. Becca Shushui, the additional effect grants Tsubami Geshi is removed. I don't know. I've not played Samurai 100. I need to. You know, it was kind of like Samurai was the poster boy class for Stormblood, along with, I believe it was Red Mage. I know Monk had the rework, which Monk is a rework every freaking expansion, but I think there was a lot of Samurai mains, and I was one of them for that expansion. Then Walker come around, and sadly I did not do Dark Knight, which was the poster boy. Eh. Midori Sesukeka went down 60. Hisatsu Sini went down 60. And so yeah, Jutsu, the effect. Also, grants Tsubami gets you ready after Kitsu executing Jutsu, excluding Higanbana has been added. So they swapped it around from I don't know. Tsubami Geshi is now available at 74. So they gave, okay. Getting Tsubami Geshi and Keshi Gogen and Keshi Setsugeka a little bit earlier. I know Setsugeka got a little bit of a nerf, 60 points there. Has Mikyu Sushui, yeah. Tenjinsu's Foresight restores HP when its effect expires, has been changed to gradually restores your HP and reduces damage by 10. Cure potency has been reduced from 500 to 200. Dang. But, effect duration increased from 8 seconds to 9 seconds. Why in the world do we have stuff that is not in multiples of 3? Because every server tick is 3 seconds, if I'm right. So basically what they done, they changed that just from a 500 cure to 200 regen every, so 3 ticks of 200. So that's actually a buff when you think about it. 600 total potency instead of a single 500, plus you get a damage reduction shield. Gyofu went down 10, Zanshin went down 80. Ouch. Tenno Goken went down 10, Tenno Kashin Goken went down 10. Reaper, one of the last expansions, poster boys, Soul Slice, got a buff, 60 more potency at Melee Mastery 3. Perfecto, potency increased from 1200 to 1300, so a little more hit. Viper adjustments, oh boy. Viper, Don Trail's poster boy. Let's see. My puppy's barking. I gotta go feed her. Hone Steel potency of 300 has been added. Added effect grants Honed Reavers has been added with duration of a minute. Increase potency of Reaving Fangs by 100 and Reaving Maw by 20. Effect can be stacked with Honed Steel. Hunter Sting has been increased from 260 to 300. Dread Fangs. Action's been renamed the Reaving Fangs. Potency has been increased from 140 to 200. Hone Reaver's potency 300 has been added. The additional effect inflicts targets. Dash's Fang has been changed to grant Hone Steel. With a duration of 60. Hone Steel effect. Increase potency of Steel Fangs by 100. Still 120. Are they taking the poison away from Viper? So his skin stings, potency decreased from 260 to 300. Steel Ball Hole Sting potency of 120 has been added. The additional effect grants Hone Reaver has been added. Hone Reaver's effect increased potency by Reaving Fangs by 100 and Reave Maul by 20. Did they take the poison off of that? Just make it attack power? Flake Sting Strikes got a buff. And increasing the duration of the so they left that poison on there. I will have to look. Flank Spang went from 300 to 340. Positional went from 360 to 400. No, basically that's the same for all the positional attacks. Dread Maul got the name change. Remember to breathe. Hunter's Bite potency went up 10 more. Slither, time between activation and movement's been reduced. So yeah, they went through and redid that. All of the charge moves got a little bit of work. Swiskin's Bite went up 10. Jagged Maul, Bloody Maul, which is the... Why did they increase it from 40 to 60? That's just like the positional time. They leave it to give time to get through cutscenes and some stuff. Death Rattle went up from 250 to 280. Dreadwinder been renamed the Vice Winder. I wonder if they were having problems with naming conventions using Dread. Maybe Judge Dredd wasn't trying to sue him. Potency's been increased by 50. I wonder if they took away the damage over time and just made it to be just straight combat damage, because Final Fantasy XIV doesn't like damage over time. They'd rather just have it straight in the numbers. The Hunter's Coil and Swiftskin's Coil went up from 500 to 570, and the positional went up from 550 to 620. Pit of Dread. They had got some trouble about Dread. Pit of Dread has been renamed the Vice Pit. There's going to be a reason for that. I'm sure. Hunter's Den, Skin's Den went from 250 to 280 each. The Twin Fang, Twin Blood Bites went up from 100 to 120. Alright. Let's see what the the big red button does. Uncoil Fury went from 600 to 680. Reawaken went from 700 to 750. First generation went up by 80. So all of the generation combo went up by 80 more points. Dang. The Uncoiled went from 100 to 120. Basically 20 points there. Ouroboros got another 100 added to it. And then the Legacy's got 30 more. Huh. That's going to be interesting to see, especially with Savage. The Savage parse, this is going to be... The Savage damage parse, this is going to be interesting to look at now. Machinist Full Metal Field got a potency increased from 700 to 900. Dancers Fan Dance 4 got a 120 increase. Once you get the trait Dynamic Dancer. Black Mage. Black Mage was needing some help. Thunder has been reduced, but the damage over time got some help. Umbral Soul. Additional effect halts the expiration of Umbral Ice has been added. Now grants Umbral Ice 3 Umbral Hearts, and restores 10,000 MP when used outside of combat. Thunder 3, it looks like they just reduced, they put the damage into damage over time. Flare got a buff. Reduced damage from all enemies has been changed from 40% to 30%, so that's a 10% increase. Blizzard 4, Fire 4, and the Despair got 10 more power. And High Thunder, just like the Thunder 3, they just took more off the top, putting into the damage over time. And that's a Notion 3. Magic damage increase from 23 to 25%. Paradox. Potency has been increased from 500 to 520. The additional effects granting Astral Fire Firestarter now require players to be under the effect of Astral Fire already. The Umbral Ice bonus requires no MP to cast Grass. Umbral Ice has been added. I don't know about that. Aspect Mastery 5. The Paradox marker now be... The Paradox marker can now also be made active after restring Astral Fire 3, then swapping to the element. Enhanced Enochian 4 magic damage increase has been 3 more percent. Summoner Necrotize has got a buff from Umbral Impulse, got a buff, and Sunflare got a 100 potency buff. Red Mage Contra 60 potency increase from 400 to 420. Magnification. Effective duration of magic stored plays increased from 15 to 30 seconds. Well, I could see some use in that if you get caught hitting magnification and you got to do a lot of movement. Exchange Reprise. Got a 40-point buff. For Thunder 3, for Arrow 3, got 20 points there. White Mage Dia. Potency and the damage over time, got 5 more. And Astrologian. Oh boy, this is what people have been asking for. Card play 1, 2, and 3. The shared recast timer has been removed. Oh boy. Yeah, hang on. Sad thing about using CPAP machines, you have a lot of stuff in your nose to start with. The following adjustments and additions have been made to the gauges. Viper's Viper Sight will now also indicate the effects of steel and reavers. Black Mage's elemental gauge will now indicate the expiration of Umbral Ice is halted by Umbral Soul. Yes. The Raid Dungeon, AAC, the Arcadion, Light Heavyweight Tier, Savage has been added. We'll check on those guys shortly. item requirement. The site just basically level 100. The item level, you need at least 700 for match 1, 705 for match 2, 710 for match 3, 710 for match 4. And time limits 90 minutes for match 1, 2, and 3, and match 4 is 120. And after you clear out the Arcadion quest line, just go talk to Gabbro, Solution 9, and your level 100 class to get it. And upon completing each tier, you will get a Dark Horse Champion coffer. And it's basically the gear token. It will transform into the item level 730. Here, so you look in the graph. And then once you complete, if you can complete the all 4 matches, you'll get the weapon coffer. And basically it's, it's weekly. Oh, now this is interesting. If they are 5 to 7 replaying the duty, no coffers will appear. So they're giving help. Regardless whether your party contains a player replaying a duty prior to the regular reset, 1 coffer will appear. If there are 1 to 4 that's replaying it, the number of coffers will be reduced. Okay, so yeah, they're. So if you got 1 to 4 players replaying it, you only get 1 chest. 1 chest instead of 2? Huh. Then if you got 5 to 7, 9 will pop up. Okay. And of course, the rewards reset Tuesday at 4 a.m. Eastern, 1 a.m. Pacific. And in addition to gear, every player will receive a AAC Illustrated Light Heavyweight Edition. Players will receive 1 copy per week. And then you could trade that in. Edition 1, you need 3 copies for an accessory in Dark Horse of the 730. The Surgelight Glaze. So Surgelight, Solvent, Twine, and Glaze, what that is for upgrading the regular tier raid items into the Savage tier. So it's a way that people like me that don't do Savage that can boost up. And eventually, the Solvent, the Twine, and the Glaze, they will appear in other ways to get them, like, bounty boards, crafting token exchanges, the gathering token exchange, other ways. It'll eventually will, by the end of expansion, they'll be basically just the poetic tome turn-ins. Follow duties have been added to Raid Finder, the Savage tiers, and they will match a peer healer and a barrier healer. So I will make sure there is a white mage in there. New elite marks have been added. The elegant tomestones of Helimetry have been added. So we now have the expert tombstones. You can only get 450 a week, maximum of 2,000. And players can only receive these at level 100. So we now have the Tombstone tier gear, Solution 9, the arcade. Adjustments have been made. So the Expert Duty Roulette, you'll get 60 aesthetics and 40 heliometry. The leveling, you'll get 100 aesthetics at 20. Trials, you get 15. And that's just going through all that. Stone Sky Sea, the striking dummies, which are set up to the tier of whatever content you're doing, now have the savage levels available. New gear set, new recipes, so you had a letter 8, so that's got to be the crafting master book 1. So yeah, it's going to be looking like the Wings of Ruin. Yeah, new master recipes have added. So yeah, master book 1. And some item names have been changed. Excuse me. The Sky Ruin Barding for the Chocobo had a recipe change. Soft silver ingot's been knocked out in place of a spaduminine. And we have the mount. I believe that will be the Savage mount, the will cycle. System changes, they've added new trophies for PlayStation 5 and all that. Looks like Macintosh, like the iMac guys, got a little bit of a help. In the interest of encouraging even distribution for players across all worlds, login caps for the data server travel and visit systems will now be tied to world classification. Weird. The restrictions placed on data server travel and world visit have been lifted. Well, looks like we're going to be getting some big parties going on. Resolved issues, a whole lot of bug fixes, some known issues. So that is all the patch notes for the 7.05 patch. And be very interested to see what the parses come up on. See if these improvements and reductions have balanced stuff out. Did not see any adjustment to Pictomancer. The King of the Hill did not get a nerf.